Hello, this is Captain Elon with a quick Fallout 4 video where I'll try and demystify the use of some of the logic gates that was included in the recent DLC Contraptions Workshop. So what I've got here is I've got a very basic test setup. I've got power conduit. I've got these two switches and they're both feeding input into this X-NOR gate, and the X-NOR gate has an output to this light. Now the X-NOR gate, it's got what the way it's supposed to work is if both of its inputs are the same, then it is supposed to output power, and you can see that that's the case at the moment. Both of these switches are on and the output is 1, and so it's providing power to this light. If we turn the switch off, it's behaving as expected. It's one of the inputs are different, and so power is off to this light. We turn this other switch off, and this light isn't on. Which is odd, you know, considering that it's supposed to be outputting X-NOR is supposed to be. It's supposed to output when both of the inputs are the same. But we've got, if you've been paying attention, you notice that in the previous ones, the requires power icon was enabled, and now it's red, indicating that the switch does not have power. And that's the reason why Bethesda has said that the 4 negative gates should always get their inputs from the 3 positive gates. The 3 positive gates being AND, OR, and exclusive OR, XOR, and the 4 negative gates being NOT, NAND, NOR, and XNOR. And the difference between the two is that AND, OR, and XOR never will have a positive output when their inputs are off, whilst the 4 negative gates will. So how do you get around this? How do you actually provide power to this XNOR gate, even though even when the inputs are off? And the reason that the way that I do it is, contained within those instructions. That you have to put the output from these switches through another gate in order to, or one of the positive gates in order to do it. And the way that the workaround I use is I AND the output from the switches with power from the conduit, and that way the with AND both of the inputs have got to be high when nothing is on. So both of the inputs have to be high for its output to be high. So you can safely, and mains power is always regarded as on. So what I'll do, I'll just quickly wire this up and show you, because it's easier to do that. Probably easier than for you to see it than to listen to me. So I'll just do this. So I've wired up the switch output with this AND gate, and again wired up the switch input with conduit power. Now you'll notice that these are on. And then I'll just switch the power output. And you'll notice as well, you don't have to go into workshop mode to see whether a gate is powered or not. You'll actually note there's this little yellow light at the top left of it. And it'll be lit if the gate is powered and not lit if the gate is unpowered. So let's reset these switches to both on. And you see, these switches are on. This AND gate is receiving, it's got receiving power from the switch, receiving power from the conduit, and it's outputting a positive to the XNOR. And it's the same story with this switch. Turn off one of these, you'll note that the output from this AND gate has turned off, and of course the light's off. Switch off the other, the output from this AND gate has also turned off, but because this gate has a link to a powered logic gate, this logic gate is also powered. Notice that this yellow light is on. So whilst both of these switches are off, these gates are powered, this gate is powered, and whilst it's receiving no low inputs from both of these, zero inputs from both of these, its output is high and it gives power to this light. So I want to show you a quick example of this, for which you need to travel to Sanctuary. I'll show you quickly. This particular example is probably not the best. It could be implemented a little bit more simply, but it is illustrative of how this works. So let's quickly zip over here, and we're heading towards this multi-story concrete building here. So what we have is that we have a powered door into this little building, and we've got the switch on the outside, and I've got another switch on the inside. So if I activate this switch, the door opens, and then I come inside, I activate this switch, the door closes. Sorry about that. Activate this switch, door opens, and then what I'm going to do from here is I'm going to run up the stairs and jump off, but not too close to Nick. Sorry about that, Nick. And I'll activate the switch and the door closes. So it's using exactly the same wiring, just with multiple pulse through conduits. We've got the logic gates here. I could implement this very simply with a single XOR gate, but I figured this would be a better example. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, and hope to see you again another